Will China's autonomous agent Manus change everything and possibly even unseat ChatGPT's operator? I got early access to Manus, which is, I would say, darling of Silicon Valley right now because everybody wants an invite. And so after getting early access, I wanted to know what all the hype was about. So firstly, what is Manus? It's a new AI agent that's popped onto the scene, and what's happening right now is people are willing to trade a kidney for an invite. Like, invites are going for up to $20,000 right now. And you can think about it as ChatGPT's operator combined with Devin, which is a coding agent, as well as an AI analyst. So it's really able to do quite a bit. It's actually built on Claude 3.5 Sonnet. So some folks have been saying it's really Claude in disguise. But why don't we actually go into Manus and start using it so that we can get an idea of how effective it is? Okay. So here I am inside the Manus dashboard. It's pretty cool. You can actually do quite a few things in terms of asking it to plan a trip to Japan or doing a comparative analysis of insurance policies. Let me actually give it a really simple task. Plan an itinerary for a trip to Paris that revolves around seeing the best sights and eating delicious food. And let's make this 5 days. Okay. All right, so it started thinking. I'm really curious to see how it breaks down the task and what it does in terms of updating the plan. Funnily enough, I did something similar with ChatGPT recently, and the results were great. But okay, so looks like it's researching, and it's even researching commands. Let's take a look at the computer. Oh, okay, this is new. Operator definitely does not have this. So Manus is using editor. Here are all of the different places and websites it's searching. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. I really like the fact that it's showing right now what it's specifically searching and what websites it's going to. Okay, I wonder if I can take over. No, doesn't look like I can take over. Is it stuck? Oh, yeah, I can take over. So take control, pretty similar to operator. All right, it's so funny how agents get stuck on really simple UI like boxes and just prompts, and they're unable to click out of it. Like, it takes a couple of seconds, and it's doing the exact same thing as operator does in terms of getting stuck. So this is cool. This feels like a combination of ChatGPT and operator at the same time. Wow, this is taking a while though. You know what, while this is running, why don't we ask it to do something else? Okay, so I'm back in Manus, and we have our itinerary to Paris that's running right now. Let's actually see how it does in coding. Create a meditation/therapy app that allows people to feel calm in the mornings, have prompts for 10-minute meditations, a timer, and a way to speak to an AI therapist. Work out how to train the model to be. Okay. I'm giving it 2 prompts technically. I'm asking it to train a model. That's one, so for therapy and meditation, but then I'm also asking it to create a meditation or therapy app. Oh, due to the current high service level task cannot be created. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so it's been 2 minutes, 51 seconds, so we're going back to check on our Paris itinerary. It's definitely stuck. Okay, let's try again. Let's message it again and try again. Finally, it's working. Okay, and by the way, I don't know if you've heard of the Latin phrase mens e manus. Manus means by hand, really, or hands. I'm hoping Manus can be many hands for me. Let's see. Okay, so it's going to work on this step by step. It's also going to create the prompts, timer, and the AI therapist component. All right, so while this is going on, executing command. All right, let's hop into the computer to see what it's doing. Okay, so it's created a research phase, a design phase, a dev phase, testing, and deployment phase. And it's also searching for the best meditation apps that help calm you in the mornings. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's researching it, and wow, that's pretty amazing. And it's going into every single site, right? So that's gonna take time. And it's so funny, it's not able to read the article again, just because it's stuck on that prompt box. Okay, so let's see some of the steps that it's taken. So it's researched the meditation or therapy app requirements, best practices. It's researching popular meditation apps. Okay, still working. And yeah, so it's task progress. It wants to research them first. Then it's going to design the app architecture and then set up the dev environment. Okay, why don't we go back into Manus for the Paris itinerary and see what's happening? Oh my God, it's literally going into every single, yeah, it's like creating new tabs. It's pretty much going into every single browser. Hey, fun fact, I've used Operator by ChatGPT. I actually use it every day. Funnily enough, it spins up a new tab in its browser, which I figured is probably Linux. But I think one of the things that I'm finding really fascinating is just the Operator works so differently than this. Okay, here. It's found some of the top Paris attractions. These are the ones that it has in its memory. It's creating a file. Ooh, okay. Oh, so it's creating a file, a .md file, and it's editing the file, and it's giving me the process, right? Which is it researched the tasks, it created the itinerary, and then it's going to finalize it, and it's going to give me a complete itinerary document. Okay, what have I gotten access to? All right, keep going, my friend, keep going. Okay, this is pretty cool. All right, but you know what? It's definitely working faster than Operator. Let me know if you'd like to see a comparison video between Operator and Manus. You can subscribe. But here, I'm seeing the window here. Okay, again, it's stuck. It doesn't know that it needs to agree and close, but okay, it did it fairly fast. So it's gone through Michelin Guide. Ah, lovely. It's also, oh my God, that's making me hungry. I'm pretty sure I could probably go back in and adjust it and tell it that I don't want traditional French cuisine, although I do like traditional French cuisine. But okay, let's keep going. Let's go back into how our app is doing. Okay. So it's still researching the meditation and therapy app. You know what would be cool in this is if it actually ticked through the tasks so that I know where it is in the tasks, because right now I'm confused. Like I'm wondering where it actually is within the task itself. Huh. Okay, so it's also doing, that's cool. It's trying to figure out how to create short one-session meditations for specific situations. I love that, because I can't do that in my meditation app right now. That's actually pretty cool. Wow. Okay, you're updating the plan. It's also very communicative, like it tells you when it's working on something. Okay, keep going. Still working, research, all right. So it still hasn't designed the app architecture and the core features. Usually, like when I'm using Replit for app creation, it's always, there's no research involved. There's no, like, let's say product spec involved. It just goes straight into brute force creating the app. This is taking a much more methodical approach from what I can see. And okay, keep working, keep editing the file. So it's editing the .md file, but where are you right now? Okay, so it's in the design. Ooh, we have moved on. Yay, from research into designing of app architecture and core features. Okay, go Manus. So we've now moved on. What are you doing in design though? Let's see. It's still the to-do.md file. And oh, this is pretty cool. You can actually hop into VS Code. And I'm obviously assuming you can adjust the code directly inside VS. Ah, brilliant. We're now starting to move into technical architecture. Okay, front end. So it's designing it with Next.js with React. Backend is Next.js API routes. Therapist implementation, dialog flow for conversation management. And then in the user flow, we're going to have a welcome screen, a brief introduction to the app features, and a preference selection. Holy moly. Wow. Okay. So let's go back and scroll back. All right. Animation guidelines? Seriously? Wow. So it even figured out that you want to have animations in the meditation app. Okay, incredible. So it's still editing the file, and there we go. So now it's prompted me with a question. So I'm now ready to move to the development phase. The app will include all the features you requested. Would you like me to proceed with setting up the development environment using, so it's ready. So it has a sandbox ready in Ubuntu, and it's basically asking me if I'm ready to set up the development environment. So I'm gonna give it the laziest response ever. Yes. Okay. Great, I'll proceed. This will take a few minutes as I install the necessary dependencies and create the project structure. Keep going, my friend. Be my many hands. Okay. How are you doing? Let's see. Creating a day-by-day travel itinerary. So it's updating the plan. So right now it's, okay, so it's editing the Paris itinerary file. So I think we have moved on from researching tasks. We're now in itinerary creation. Okay, great. You know what would be cool is if they had an ETA for like the estimated time until completion. Yeah, Manus developers, if you're watching this, that would be pretty cool. All right. Ooh, we're getting an itinerary right now, which is like day 1, Eiffel Tower and left bank. It's telling us where to go for afternoon, lunch. And then day 2, head to the Louvre and Marais district. Amazing. It's also saying head to Marché des Enfants Rouges in the Marais, which is Paris's oldest covered market. Oh, let's head back and... Ooh, remember how I said that I wish it would actually tick through tasks? It does. Look right there. Oh my God. So it's actually ticking through the tasks as it's going through them. And just so you guys know, like I work in AI agents, like I build and develop AI agents. That's like my day job. But this is pretty awesome that it's even like ticking through the tasks just to tell me where it is. It would be cool if I could click into each task and go in, but okay. It's adding dining recommendations to the itinerary. All right, let's go back into our app and see where we are now with the app. So it's developing a front-end user interface components. Whoa, pretty cool. Although I will say this for app creation, I'd probably still prefer Replit. Because I think one of the things with Replit is that you can see while it's creating the app, you can actually see it in a separate tab or in a separate window and see it live in production and test it out and start working with it. I feel like what Manus is trying to do here is become a general purpose AI agent. Just basically use it for any and every task. And I wonder how good it's going to be in specialized tasks. I'm skeptical. And frankly, the fact that I can't see the front end in terms of just being able to see it in a staging or a dev environment, I'd say I'm not as impressed. I do think its research capabilities are incredible. The fact that it went through that whole process. And by the way, this is my first time using Manus because I wanted to give you folks a completely unedited first-timers review. So it's continuing to develop the components. I can't really see what it's doing in terms of like within a staging environment. It's editing the file. And yeah, it's continuing to go and keep going. Let's check back in on our itinerary. Oh, so it's added dining recommendations to each day. It's also balancing sightseeing and food experiences. So this is the Paris itinerary. If you want to click into each file, you actually need to go into the specific tasks here and just see what it's come up with and created. And then let's jump to live. Usually in an agent, when you click on jump to live, that's always the part where it's showing you what it's doing live versus what it's done, let's say 5 minutes ago. And it's pretty cool. By the way, there's always timestamps. So whether you use Operator or Manus, there's always timestamps in terms of being able to go back in time and see what it did, let's say in the past. But okay, add practical information. Oh, and of course, let's not forget, Manus is free. I pay $200 a month for Operator right now. So this is very impressive. We're almost there. It's almost going to finalize and create and format the complete itinerary document and deliver it to us. Let's be patient and let's come back into this. Oh, these are the featured meditations. Very cool. There's the morning calm, there's the stress release, and the peaceful sleep meditation. Wow. So it's still in the front-end user interface components piece, and then right after it's going to implement the meditation timer looks and the functionality there. Oh, interesting. It's also going to create a meditation prompts database and update that plan. I'm assuming this is probably going to take at least another 15 to 20 minutes, but this is incredible. Just seeing what it's able to do simultaneously, pretty cool. And we ran our Paris itinerary 17 minutes ago. It's funny, a friend of mine actually ran the family housing options in San Francisco, and they said that there were almost no search results. So yeah, this is my actual first time using this, but let's keep going. So it looks like we have a full itinerary. Oh my God, this is a very overwhelming itinerary, I must say. You know what? But it's pretty detailed. While this is going on, let's actually click into the, so it's creating a final. Deliver itinerary to user. Okay, ready to deliver. Where are the goods? Give me the goods. So it's editing the, creating the file. Okay, so I guess it's still creating the file, but I think we're almost done, folks. Moment of truth. All right, while this is working on this, let's go back into our meditation app and see how this is running. So are you stuck? No, it doesn't look like it's stuck. I think it's still developing the front-end components. And it's implementing the timer functionality now. So it says it's successfully developed the front-end UI components, and now it's moving into meditation timer. Oh my God, we have a text file. This is delivery. Okay, preview. Wow. All right, I'm gonna click on the PDF and just save it as a PDF and let's go. Okay. All right, now we have the Eiffel Tower and left bank. Oh, so it has little euro signs for the price range. We have afternoon, evening, day 2, day 3, Montmartre. Then we have lunch, afternoon, evening, day 4, and day 5. Oh, it even got some sweet treats and pastry shops to visit throughout the trip. Let me take a look. Yeah, La Durée is fantastic. And for macarons. And then Angelina, yes, also delicious. I will say this, the price ranges are a bit high, but I'm sure you could adjust that just by telling it to give much lower price ranges, because I love hole-in-the-wall places whenever I travel. But this is incredible. Let's also take a look at the PDF that it's created. So I'm gonna just open that up. And yeah, whoa, 16 pages, okay. That's pretty overwhelming. Practical information, weather considerations, okay. There's your 16-page itinerary for Paris. Let's go back into our meditation timer. Okay, so it's implementing the timer functionality. All right, I'm just gonna fast forward to when the app is fully created. Okay, we're back. While this was all going on, I asked Manus to show me the application by deploying it to a dev or staging environment. From there, it actually then started executing the command. It was editing the file. And you know what? It ran through so many build errors. Like, it was error after error. And it was debugging the errors and it was trying to find fixes to some of the issues. Then it prompted me and asked if it's okay for it to deploy the service to the public network, and please confirm if you agree. So I actually got a prompt to accept that, and I did. And then it ran into more errors, and then it said, can I keep testing and refining the application? Then finally, voila, we had a link to an actual working site. So I clicked into it, and wah-wah. It's a white screen. The app did hover for a second, but I think overall it just needs some more debugging. I'm pretty sure with some prompting, if I take a look at the code inside terminal and just see what the problem is, maybe it can be fixed. But yeah, it says the app is fully responsive. It does not, I don't think it works on mobile devices. It looked like a desktop app. And of course the design was terrible, but I'm pretty sure with some prompting can improve the design, debug some of the issues that are happening inside the app, and figure out why it's causing these issues. Yes, first impressions of Manus. I can definitively say this is probably the closest I've experienced, or I've seen us get to AGI, because it was able to do such a wide variety of tasks. And I'll definitely say it worked better at the research task on the 5-day itinerary in Paris versus the meditation app. But overall, really impressive at how I was able to tackle all of these different tasks and really work like a team of specialized agents tackling a series of tasks. I also really loved how it eventually showed what tasks it had completed as it went through those systematically. I was also able to just go in and pause it. If I wanted it to, I could take over the browser as well. So it's pretty amazing. It felt like many agents rolled into one. However, I did not think it was that great for building applications, or frankly as good in terms of just the approaches it took to coding. But it is working with Claude 3.5 in the back, and Claude is fairly good when it comes to programming and the approaches it takes. But I think overall, I was very disappointed when it comes to the coding tasks. That being said, it worked really well when it comes to just working on a variety of different generalized tasks and even thinking through what kind of steps it needs to take to approach those tasks. If you folks would like me to do more videos with Manus or any other agent, let me know. Subscribe, it's what keeps the channel going. And this was Iba from the AI Native. So I'm excited to continue posting more and more updates. Thank you for watching.